There's just this. There's just this. And this is the most easiest thing there is. It's just what is happening, apparently. And if you don't understand, apparently, you don't understand, apparently. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to work it out. You don't need to take it home and have homework and try to remember what it said. There's no need for anything. That's the joy, that's the freedom. It's just what it is, and it's complete as it is. Complete and perfect doesn't mean that it has to be full around and like we normally use perfect or complete. It is complete as it is. And as it is, it's the way the moving of the hand happens, or the talking happens, and it's not only here, it's just everywhere. And complete doesn't mean that it's nice or peaceful. It's just what it is. So it can be someone shouting at you, or a car accident, or a sensation, a feeling of joy. It can be anything. And it's just what is happening. So when they're talking about this is it, it's just everything. So there's no need to learn, there's no need to follow meetings, there's no need to understand, there's no need to do some things differently. When there's a feeling, there's a need, or belief, or just knowing there's someone there, then it's there. Doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with there's someone wise, has a wise message, and you have to listen to that till it happens. Maybe you think there will happen no me anymore. There is already no me. There's never been a me. That's the joy. That's the freedom. There's no me. There seem to be bodies and buildings, sensations, but it's for no one. It's just happening in a certain way. It always has been like that. It's not changing. Change is happening, that can be changed, but it's not your change. It's not your life. It's just life in all kinds of ways, and trees and buildings and people and laughing, car accidents, like that. It's just life. And life is everything. And everything is very neutral. It's just like nature. There's no good and bad in nature. It's just what's happening. And that's the same with when there are people. But when there are people involved, it seems like the brain is capable of abstracting and looking at it and thinking, I'm here and this is my life and I have to work it out. I have to make it happen. I have control. I have a choice. So I have to do the things in the right way. And there's a remembering in some way that, and that's also embodied, like how to behave. This is good behavior, this is bad behavior, this is a good feeling, this is a bad feeling, I don't want this, I want something else. So that whole thing, that whole dream, you could say, but it feels very real, that goes on, like living in your life, in the world, with other people, and everything seems very real and solid and really happening. And it's very important because you feel I'm here, there's something missing, there's something not right yet, and I have to make it right. I have to deal with what's happening to me. And when that is not there, when that whole dream just falls away or isn't coming anymore, it's just that obvious that it was only a dream. It was a lot of thoughts and beliefs that were there and seemed very important, like there is an identity, that's you, and I have certain ways of doing things. And when that falls away, it's like that. It's just nothing is left. There's nothing left. There's not Rose with no meaning there. There's nothing left. It's just life and there can be a face. There's nothing inside. We're so believing or so convinced that there's a body and there's something inside and you are inside maybe. It's just empty. It's just seeing the front and that's it. It's very literally. It's also very weird because we're so raised in all that people like their bodies and there's something inside organs and everything is inside and when I'm sitting here there's something happening outside in the world. It's a dream. There's no world. It seems there's a world, but where's the world? It's just everything is very simple by the senses, seeing, feelings, anything. That's it. And there's not seeing anything outside. There is no outside. But we are so capable of remembering that there was some street behind that and a room behind that. So it seems like it's still there. It's very convincing. It's still there. The street is there and the other room is there and my husband is there or children are in their houses. It's just a remembering. That's it. It's not real. Nothing is real. It's very strange to hear that nothing is happening because it seems so convincing that there's something happening and happening to you, of course. There's a missing. There's looking for something to solve problems or to get rid of that frustration or not to feel good. This is not saying that's a certain way of life. There is no certain way of life. This is not talking about how to behave. That what is going on? Maybe something saying or walking or looking at the side. A lot of thoughts going on. Not really listening. Something. Nothing matters. There's no wrong. There's no right. That's strange because we're so used to the dual world that's always like this is good and this is bad in simple terms. Just what it is. Very literally what it is. No meaning, no content. The words that are said here are not important, just words. And it seems like in these kind of meetings, maybe it's important to be there so it will happen something, some energetic or something falls away or something like that. There's no time. That's strange because we're so used to cause and effect. When there's no time, there's no before and no after. That's so normal that there's consequences and that this is happening and then there's someone talking like, oh, there is no time, there are no consequences. There's even no responsibility because there is no one. So there's also no guilt. It's always innocence. It's already always innocent. So no need for forgiveness or something like that. Everything is always new. It's new. This is it. And this is it. There's no before. Nothing happened. It seems like that because we can remember and thinking that was real. But sometimes maybe you know that there's sometimes looking into that a few hours ago and it seems like, oh, it seems like so far away. And was that happening today? It seems like, oh, I didn't know. It's a bit strange. So, but we are so used that everything is real. So it's just remembering that you were sitting there on that sofa. That's the dream, that everything is real, that there's a past and that's happening something, and that yes, when they're in relationships that with other people, and they are still there. Maybe you don't see them, but they're still there. And this message is about not just no one, but it's also everything. So there's no husband. That's not this can't be understood. This is something talking about something beyond understanding. And it doesn't need to be understood. because it's just life, which is already happening the way it does. So it's already complete. So if you want to say something about this, or you can talk about this, or maybe have questions or some thoughts, whatever happens. So you can, if you want to say something, you'll just be not that many. Oh, so 26 people. And so you can unmute yourself and start talking.
Hi, Roosmarijn.
Hi.
So it's not about a balance between the head and the heart.
No, there is no. That's a dream. That's all. Then there's someone, and that has to find a balance about something. There is already balance or completeness. That's what's happening. There is no heart or head or sense. That's abstract thinking. It's just what's happening. Maybe your thoughts or certain behavior. So
yeah. Thank you.
No need for certain behavior. Wow, that's amazing. We're always into something like, what do I have to do? What is the best way? What do I eat? Why is this happening? How can I? It's always thinking about things like how to deal with some feelings, or I heard that, da 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 da. It's always something like that, and that's because there's such a deep rooted and embodied feeling that this can't be it. There is something wrong. There's something not right yet, or something like that. Not only in the head, but that's so embodied. So there's always a search for something, some way, some process, something. And when that's saying that it's already complete, like it is, it's like, no, don't want this kind of life. I want no problems. I don't want to have frustration. But this is not about not wanting or not wanting. Life isn't interested in what you want or what you find from it. It's just life. It's just going by itself. We don't have there's no influence in that. So it's just happening. The cow and where's the cow and the lion, and the lion says to the cow says to the lion, but don't eat mine. Go to another. Don't eat my child. It's just happening. It's just there's no choice. The lion is not thinking, oh, I want to have that one. It's just taking it. This is life happening in a certain way. We are so involved, like I am there, so I have to take care of myself and my life, and I want to feel good. So everything has to happen in a way that I feel good. That gives a lot of problems because it's not going like that for some time maybe, and then it's not the way you want. It's not. There's maybe irritation or fear or pain. Can be there. Oh, there's the chat. There's no past. What means memories? Memories are what happening or not. Yeah, memories are just happening. It's just memories. And we are so into everything is real. So the memory is of something that really did happen. Most of the time, memories are different than what really happened or what happened. It's just happening. There's only this. So memories happening this. It's this. And then there's something else. But it's just a memory. With some images maybe. Or that's it.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you. You have a nice shirt or dress today.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. And I had a question relating to feelings and memories because it was just in my head this morning.
Yeah.
Can there be like for Rose that like a memory can come up from the past that can be like disturbing or like unpleasant and can trigger anxiety and like you will feel it in the body? Can it still? Because you often say like there is no contractions and it's not personal and the stories is just stories. So that still arise for you?
The memories can still happen, sure, yeah.
Yeah, but it could be like memories that really like bring a very unpleasant whatever experience that happened. It's still like you have to go through that and then release it. Can it still happen?
No, they're just, I don't know, there can be memories, but they're not so, I don't know, maybe there can be pain, and it seems like we're always thinking that when there's pain or tears or something, like it's because of that memory, but I don't see that it's because of that memory. But it's strange that we are so used to thinking that when something is happening or thinking of something or maybe a memory and there are tears, that they are related. But it's not.
Yeah, so because
so normal.
Yeah, because I had that in the morning, like I was talking to somebody, and while talking, I suddenly remembered something, and then like there was the whole, stuff going on of emotion and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was during speaking, and that memory came back, and then suddenly there was whatever anxiety around that, and it felt like during speaking that, and during remembering that. So I wonder if that also may happen to Rose sometimes, or not anymore.
No, memories are not sticking. There can be memories and there can be sadness, but it's not related. But it doesn't matter if you think it's related or you don't think it's related. It doesn't matter. It's just there, and then it goes away, and then that's it. There's nothing trying to work it out at all. No.
Yeah.
It's just only sadness.
Yeah, but I'm just trying. I mean,
we're always relating. We're always trying to relate.
Yeah. So that's my point. Like there is no like there is no you're saying like there is no like there's memories and there are no really like emotions attached to it or like feelings attached to it.
But that's already a story that are emotions attached to it. Then maybe there's a memory, and there can be tears or so, and then the abstract mind is like, oh, that was so, and then the story starts. And when there's, I don't know, it's just like I'm just describing how it's happening here. Then there can be a memory, what I think, and then there can be tears, but yeah, there's no the story isn't there, so the relating isn't there, so it doesn't happen. It's just that, and that's because then we're so convinced in some way that there's somebody in that body. Then this body is there's somebody inside or something, and then there are memories. It's my memory still in a way. Although maybe there's a lot of clearance here that it's not mine and things like that, and still there's something. That's because that's why this is energetic. That's so strong. That feeling like it's related and it's mine and it's because of that. That's just so deep, so embodied. Those beliefs are so strong. And then when that's not happening, it's happening by itself. That there's no the relation it doesn't come. So it's not something I can or what I do, or it has nothing to do with that. And it is, but in the same time, there is no Rose. There is just this, what you see is this face. There's no one inside. It's just empty. But it's everywhere. So there is no Rose inside doing it now differently or something like that. There is just no Rose. So there's just table, face, carpet, moving the hand. It's that's the craziness. You can't make an image of that because we're so used that there's Rose and she has certain ways of doing it now, maybe different than before or something. It's not at all like that. It's so, that's so difficult to describe. It's just heads there and there's no character. There's just, what is happening? Tears maybe, or moving hands, talking, covers or glasses.
Yeah, so so maybe the difference is like that memory arises and there is, but for no one, and then there is less heaviness or no attachment to it. So that probably is how it sounds.
Yeah, but when they're saying it's happening for no one, a lot of people hear it that it's a memory happening in Rose, but there's no one there. So It's not like that. Okay. No one means it's empty. It's just empty. It's just not there.
Yeah.
It's really not there. There's not Rose with no one or something like that. We make it something. No one. A lot of people talk about this in that sense that that for you it may be different. It's not like that. It's no one means it's just empty. There's just emptiness, and it's full in the sense that there's moving or maybe sensations or talking or that. That's the fullness, you could say. But for no one doesn't mean that there's Rose with nothing in it. No, for no one means it's just only talking. It's just only talking. That's it. Maybe for no one it's even confusing because it's just, there's only talking, that's it. Nothing more or less than that.
Right.
Like when you see a movie and there's only talking and no something else. You only hear that's it. That's strange because we're so used that this is somebody with a character already in it. But it's not like that. It's far more worse than that. It's empty. It's only this. It's only it's not Rose does this. No, there's only this.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. I see a hand. Please, Ahoy. Please go.
Oh yeah. Hi, Rose.
Hi.
I am calling from India. I heard you today in the summit with Susan, the WOW. So can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So your talk was very nice and very illuminating. I want to ask you, like you said, there is no Rose, no person. So for example, if you have you may be having some likes or dislikes or some emotion, anger, irritation. So how would you describe that? Like you like something, you're attracted to something, or you dislike something, you're angry or you're irritated. So who is experiencing that?
That's not like that. It's much more simple, in fact. There can be a dislike for something. I don't know. Maybe some food I don't like. But maybe there can be dislike. But that's just a normal way of for everybody. So that's not different. There can be like or dislike or irritation or anything can happen. It's just, that's just human. It's just normal happening. But there's, yeah, you can't explain how it works. I can't say, because it's always different. So I don't know what will happen, or I even forgot what happened before. Maybe there's some remembering, but that's also always different than what happened. So it's of no use. Also, it's just different. It's only some emotions could be there, but it's just emotions. It's just that, and we are linking it to someone inside that body also. It's just that emotion. That's it. Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that it's nice or that you say it doesn't matter. It's not. There's no comment on it. So
there is no story.
Like children. Huh?
Okay. So there is no commentary or story behind the emotion. Okay, someone said this or something happened.
No. Sometimes it can be like talking about that. It's also normal. You can talk about it and then you say, oh, that was an awful person. Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, God, what an awful person. Oh, that's it. And then it's gone. The same. It's not holy or something. It's just normal. Yes, but then it's gone. Nothing sticks. It's just gone, and then maybe there's a remembering when there's meeting that person again. It can be a remembering. That can be like that. Or not, maybe not. I don't know.
Another thing I want to ask, that did this happen spontaneously, or was there some preparation, or some spiritual thing? How did this must have occurred at some point? So if you can just say how it happened in any.
But it was, you can only talk in the story when you talk about what did happen. So it didn't really happen, of course. So in the same time that you can talk in the story and what I remember and there, because I always talk about it in a different way. Because the remembering is different. I don't remember everything, or maybe there's a remembering, but it's different than I talked last time about it. And it was just, there was something falling away. There was something like, oh, something isn't there anymore. But I didn't know what it was, but it's just like that, like, oh. But I didn't know what it was, and there was, in that moment, there was such a clearness about everything. For a moment, and it was like, oh, and then it was gone. So that clearness didn't arise after that anymore. And there was something not there anymore, but I don't remember so much if I knew that it was not me, maybe not. I didn't know. And then I was like, maybe I was talking about it with some people, and then it was like, oh, that me isn't there. But that is an abstract thing. What is the me? You don't know if the me isn't there anymore. I didn't know for sure, something like that. And I was always so like, for me, the me was, I thought the me was inside my body, and that's the contraction, that's the me. So when the contraction came back, I thought, oh, that whole story is there again. But it wasn't. It was just, there was contraction, and then there wasn't that commenting, that awareness wasn't there anymore. So that commenting and that feeling like there's something wrong didn't arise anymore. That's also, but it's so normal that you forget that it was there. I was always busy with, oh, this is not good enough, and all my faith, and all my this, and all my that. And then when that suddenly is that there's something wrong, doesn't happen anymore. The strange thing is, it's so normal, you forget what it was before. And then when I hear people talking about it, I think, oh yeah, that's what I had always. But it's so normal not to be busy with that. So this is about loss. This is not about reaching something or falling away or something. It's like there's some loss of, there's no identity anymore. So it's not somebody lost something. No, it's a complete loss. There's nothing left.
Okay. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And another question: what is consciousness? Oh, I don't know so much. Consciousness, awareness. What I think it is that you look at yourself and I'm not so keen about questions. Consciousness, that you think I'm not so keen on those questions. When you say there's no awareness, then there's nothing going on about looking at yourself. Maybe that's the same with consciousness. I don't know the difference. But there's nothing going on about looking at yourself or thinking about what's going on. There's no two. So when there's two, there's something, there seems to be a separation. It seems to be looking at yourself and thinking, oh, what did I do? And oh, maybe I can do that. Or what is she saying? What can I do with that? Or things like that. That's the awareness. So I feel. But it's not important. I don't think it's important. I didn't like those words because it's so simple. You don't need any words or anything because it's already what is happening. It's another one. I don't know. Okay. If you want to say something, please do.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just a little bit confused. You say there's no identity there, and yet you seem to have very specific memories related to Rosemary past. So if there's no identity, and why don't you have my memories, for instance, or somebody else's memories?
I don't know. It's just the mystery of how it works, life works. I don't know. They're just memories, and rethinking like it's my memory. That's so convincing. Like this is my life, and there's a whole story and how things work. It's a mystery.
Yeah, and I remember you once saying that when you were first experiencing this change, or whatever you would call it, you noticed that your feet were going through the floor, and I find that absolutely fascinating.
Yeah. Maybe that, yeah. But it doesn't mean that will happen. It can be anything. A lot of people have different glimpses. It can be anything. So, yeah.
Could you say
it's very obvious that the world is not solid. That was there. So clear. It wasn't solid.
Yeah. And I remember having a brief glimpse once, and I was on the train, and I thought I was the train. You know, could it be that kind of feeling? I had this feeling that I was everything. The people, the train.
Yeah,
or is that just an experience?
I'm everything. That's what was there. I don't know. No. But here's just the feeling I'm everything.
There is a feeling. Sorry, the sound is quite bad at my end.
Oh, there's no feeling about I am everything.
There's no feeling. Okay.
There's just what's happening. So
Yeah.
there's no I in that or something like that. There's just because that body that seems to be real and that there's wanting to have an interpret a certain way, like looking for oneness or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not real.
Right.
So there's not only no one, there's just nothing. And there's also apparently everything because there's the seeing hands moving or sensations felt or things like that. That's the everything. But it's not real.
Yeah.
It's apparently real. That's crazy. That for us, for normal people, it's just like everything is real and solid and.
Roos, het geluid is weer pet.
Oh. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, the sound is not good. Okay. Ja.
Het verschilt. De ene keer wel, de andere keer niet.
Yeah, different. I don't know what's going on. I don't have those ears in my microphone. I do say things in my ear to speak. Yeah, it's good working, I thought. So the batteries are loaded. I don't know what to do.
Ik heb mezelf gemute. Kijken of het dan beter gaat.
Ja. I don't know. We have to do it with it because this morning it was already there. I will have to phone to my provider because this is something like that. I don't. So for this time, I can't do anything about it.
So it's also not everything is appearing in you.
No, it's not it. Everything is just appearing.
Everything is appearing, yeah.
It can be hands or carpets or bodies or thoughts. This is not related to anything or belonging to anything. That's more than that. It has no meaning. There's no content. Just carpet or thoughts, feelings. So it doesn't go anywhere. Just happening for no reason.
Yeah, nothing has a meaning.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No. Mm-hmm.
No. Nothing has any meaning. That's amazing. That's just what it is. And I can't. We're so used to. I don't feel. It doesn't feel good. Something like that. No, there's certain feeling. There can be always a feeling. That's just life. It can be anything. Like that dog day. That dog day. That can happen. Yeah. It's not about you, a lot about me. Mm. And when there's a search, it's always about I'm looking for something. It's always about yourself, and finding no me is also for the me. So that's so strong. You can't. It's a circle. You can't think yourself out of it. So and normally the thinking. We use the thinking to get out of the problems or trying to work it out or something like that. And then, there's something talking about something that you can't work it out. It's not about doing, but then it's out of hand. And we are normally not used to that because we normally try to work it out or to do something or to feel something or something like that. And then it's not about that. What is this? It's not about control anymore. It's really scary. Some people, most people think it's not. Okay, can do that. But it's also the freedom that's hurt in some way, that there's a freedom and there's a lightness in it. So, at the same time, I want that, but I can't get it. I want it more. And you can't get it. But it's not for you. It's just already there. That's the paradox.
It's already there because it's everything.
It's everything, yeah. So it's everything, looking for everything, but it's hiding by being everything. You can't look for everything because the looking is it too. So, but yeah, when you're in the loop, then there's a loop. And sometimes I'm able to get the just thought, piecing it together. The thoughts happen and they go and they come and go. It's like you can do something with them. That's what normal is for. Thoughts is just an energy without meaning, without content. It's just an energy for no reason.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, William.
So basically, what this message is saying is that it doesn't matter what's happening.
Yeah.
Because I noticed...
everything.
Yeah, because I notice sometimes I'm listening to this message and I feel like a huge openness and I think, oh, this is great. I'm getting it now. And then there's times when I'm listening like now and there's just so much resistance going on where I don't want to hear it. And I'd have a commentary going on about, oh, this is bad. I need to start listening because otherwise I won't get it. But either way, whether there's listening to this message and really feeling like I'm getting it or whether there's resistance, it's just what's happening. So there's not actually a better and a worse.
Yeah. The resistance, it's just, we call it resistance and it seems to be not good. But it's just a sensation somewhere. That's it. That's life.
And I think when there's resistance, if I'm listening to this and I don't want to hear it, I'm thinking about everything else. The reason I think that's bad is because I think, well, I won't get something unless I behave in the proper way or listen or approach it correctly. Whereas I suppose if there's no sense of self there, there's nothing to get. So there's no right way to be because there's no need for one thing over another. Yeah.
And in a way, it's awful to hear you can't get it because then you think, oh, you can't get it. Well, what is it? But it's because it's already everything. That's the other side. That is already what's going on. The way the talking happens, or the thoughts are coming, or the resistance, or what you call resistance, but that sensation somewhere. That's the everything. So it's already there, of course. It can't be not there. It's everything.
That's fantastic.
The me wants something. Sorry?
Yeah. The me wants something.
Yeah.
Always. Thanks, Rose.
Is consciousness the last thing that disappears? Oh, I don't know. It's just when there's that whole survival, that it's that survival system, what's going on, like separation or that feeling that there's something not right or something that, and that it has to make something like that. It's just the me and the awareness and the consciousness of how you call it is together. It's the same thing. But when there's awareness or consciousness, then there's two. So it feels like separation. When the brain is sophisticated enough in a little child to abstract, then it suddenly can see, oh, there's someone there, inside there, and I'm here. That's like that. And so suddenly there seems to be separation. There's someone there, and I have to behave in a certain way to feel comfortable or things like that, in a simple way. And then that's the awareness. That's the looking at things, the ability to abstract. And then the brain, as I see it, the brain is making something like the me is the top of that system. And maybe there's free will and choice. And you can make it work. Something like that. So when that is not there, it's so difficult to say about the awareness. But when the me is not there, but it's not, the me is not there, because then it seems like there's something falling away that was there. The me wasn't real, so that's not what's falling away. There's something, I don't know there's something not there anymore. And then suddenly it's like, oh, of course this is it. It's just very normal, this is it. It's not strange or special. And there's nothing going on. I don't know how that happens or why, but it's just not there. There's nothing commenting or going on about how to behave or things like that. It's just not working anymore. It's not coming. I don't know. So that's easy.
Rose?
That's the easy thing. Just going by itself.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Things seems to fall away, sometimes in a drastic way. And can there be a period of time like that it's suddenly difficult like to choose, because it's like the good and the good and bad is not so clear, and like once I would choose like what will make me happy, and it's not so strong anymore. So it's like choosing. It becomes for a while more difficult. It's difficult to see like if this is better than the other thing.
It's different for everybody, I think.
Yeah.
So how the falling away or the something or the beliefs are there, it's so different for everybody.
Yeah.
It can be like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems
in some way it seems important. So
yeah, right. But sometimes the seeing shifted. Like it's like once I would like choose for something that would make me feel like, you know, more happy, or you know, and it's like now it's not so strong anymore. So the choice, it's like an effect on the making choices in a way. It's like not so clear for now.
You say that making of choices is not
like once I would like, I would for example would choose like for what's gonna make me happy or gonna satisfy me, but when it's not so strong anymore, it's like it seems like for a period of time that it's very strange. It's like not so clear as it used to be. Like
yeah. And when it falls away, it's like, oh, it was so No, it's not in the beginning here. It was not that clear. I think in the years you could say there is a deepening, so it's much more obvious, something like that. And then it's so obvious that it doesn't matter because of there is no choice. You can thinking I want to choose, but it doesn't matter if you think that or not think that. It doesn't matter because life is just going. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. It seems like to move by itself, but there is this like suddenly this feeling of like helplessness in a way, like that it's like difficult to say what it is, but it's very strange. Yeah.
Yeah, that can be there. There can be some old concepts, or you don't know what it is, but it can be still there. So energetic thing.
Yeah.
You don't know, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Oh, the tone is up. Hope you will be on YouTube. Okay. I hope the connection will be all right. I don't know. We will see it, and I will see it if the recording is all right. I will put it on YouTube. Yeah. Hopefully, we are going to be in life together someday, this year or maybe next year. It will be better. What happens, as somebody saying, what happens when you look in the mirror and see Rose? Just seeing the face. That's it. That's the same. It's not different with other people. It's just seeing the face, but there's nothing going on about that. Sometimes there's something like this guy. And then going. Brushing my hair, thinking it's now all right. Yeah, it's all right. Just normal.
So there is no choice, and choices are being made, and there is no good choice or bad choice. It's oh, she's frozen.
No, but the final thing is there is one. So there's no one is happening to. It's just that body or that a lot just energy seems to be bodies. And it's done in a certain way, and we think, oh, we can choose to make that whole thing about with a choice and free will to let things happen and make things happen. That's the dream. It doesn't matter. Then there's the dream with it. It just doesn't matter. And that's happening too. And then there's just going, moving hands, or walking on the street, or walking against the car. Anything. You think, who's that? By the mirror? No, I don't think that. No. That doesn't know. When I'm seeing my face in the mirror, I don't think, who's that? No. No. Sometimes I think, what's there? And I say, oh, a lot of hairs here, so I have to things like joking. Just normal. There's nothing going on about this, how, that's that awareness, that extra looking at it and saying like, what is that abstract thoughts, like, how does it, I can't even say, there's nothing going on about anything. Sometimes it can be a thought and then it's gone. The strange thing is, when I think it was, I think about it, 8 years ago, 6, maybe, something like that. And in the beginning, it was not that there's just nobody, and it's just empty, and there's just nothing going on. That's much more stronger and much more obvious. But not for anyone. That's so strange because we're so used to think that it's happening to somebody.
Hi, Rose. Hi.
Roos, ontvang jij William? Roos, kan je me horen? Roos? Kun je me horen?
Nee. Nee? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh.
Hoor je mij?
Okay, now what is going on something?
Oh,
Hoor je
that's
mij,
good.
Roos?
No.
Are you able to hear me?
No, I'm not hearing anything. Just, how is that working? How is it?
Druk eens op dat knopje dan.
I see the microphone screen, but I don't hear anything. I don't know why. It doesn't work. I don't know why.
Staat het geluid hier aan?
Huh?
Staat het geluid hier aan?
Yeah. When I'm speaking, it's green. You're speaking, it's green.
Van deze
Yeah, that's also on.
hoor je wel iemand.
No, I don't hear anyone. So when there's William talking, I don't hear it. So I don't know why.
En het geluid daar zo zit daar alles
Yeah,
goed
that's
in.
that. Yeah, that's there. Right.
Hier staat
Built
hij
in.
aan.
It's the same as system I have to do. Oh no, built-in mic. No, same as system. Sound is better, something saying. But yeah, maybe you are hearing me, but I'm not hearing you. I don't know why. Why is that? Maybe I can do it without. What? Doing like that.
Maar hoor je hun dan?
Interact. Wait. Oh no. William, maybe you can ask your question in the chat.
I'll wait. I'll see if Rose is able to hear me. If not, then I'll leave it. Thanks, though, Anita.